Protoss record this season, he's 2-0. He is 2-1 in Pro League. So did take one loss in another matchup. I think it was a PVZ he ended up losing, but he's got his last season. I think he was 7-1 in Protoss versus Protoss at the end of it.
That is pretty impressive.
And I think like he also didn't play any other matchups. Like I think he only ended up hitting PvPs because his coach, who's a genius, Coach Park, is so smart, one of the best coaches in my opinion, was able to identify when he should be used. And he wasn't even used every match. He was used only when they really felt like he was going to play a PvP and win it.
Yeah, I mean, Hush also, talking about recent sort of times, because we have not seen him that much in Pro League in very recent times or any other sort of individual match or tournament. He did lose in the GSL qualifiers to Pig Baby and Saxry, and he's just simply been playing a lot of online tournaments. He's one of those players.
Yeah. MyuNgSiK, like you said, did qualify for Code A. And he tore through his bracket, and he was in a great mood. I actually got to see him get interviewed that day as well because I was there. This guy seems to be on a bit of a roll recently in that regard, and got to be happy about his chances. He actually did pretty well in the Neighbors Star League as well, better than a lot of people expected out of him.
Yeah, he really did.
So I will give my vote to Hush, but I do think MyuNgSiK has a chance. Let's go into game number 2, guys. Protoss versus Protoss here at the SPL.
And up here in the top left, we do have Hush.
There he is. And his opponent at vertical spawns here in the blue in the bottom left. On Deadwing, it's MyuNgSiK, King of Hair.
Is that his name?
No, but his hair is just kind of out there. I'm not even saying it's like the best or that's why he's king. I don't know why I said that, but I did get the chance to ask him on stage at the Star League Media Day, and he said he just has his hair like this because he's lazy and doesn't like to cut it, and he feels like this is just acceptable.
That's a pretty interesting way to put it.
Yeah.
We got a Prime fan here. Go Prime.
Yeah. Well, MyuNgSiK might be able to turn it around for them.
Possibly. I think this is definitely one of their chances here. They do have a couple of opportunities here today.
Yeah, MyuNgSiK, just an interesting stat here, is slightly ahead in Heart of the Swarm matches that they played against each other head-to-head, which is something impressive to note because Hush is so known for PvP. To be ahead against him is pretty good.
That's pretty impressive, actually. Yeah, I like that.
So identical gates.
I was going to say the same thing.
Whoa.
I mean, it's the filler talk right now. Identical gateways after the probes are being made.
Let's see where they take their gases. They do 2 and 2, or they do 3 and 3, or they do 1 with 3. There's a few variations here.
Yeah, well.
Protoss versus Protoss early game.
PvP early game. I mean, vertical spawns, I guess we can talk a little bit more about the map here. Less about these identical build orders where, this could actually make up for a lot earlier sort of aggression. We are seeing Hush scout a lot earlier. He's going to scout that vertical spawn, so he's going to know exactly where they are. And maybe he'll even go for something interesting here. Maybe a proxy Stargate. Maybe something a little else aggressive. Maybe some Blink Stalkers.
Yeah. Now, keep in mind that at these positions, taking a third base is going to be a lot harder, just simply because the rush distance is so close that you can't really get it and get away with it. Like, there's going to be a much faster window of attack. Not to say that on this map at vertical spawns it's like really short, like shorter than other maps, but it's definitely shorter than cross spawns. Sure. Just something to keep in mind.
No doubt about that. And yeah, it makes for a really easy sort of rally point, straight down or straight up, as we do see very often in even TVZ on this map, or even TVP. Like, you can just do a lot of aggression very, very easily.
And because it's such a one-way path, it's really easy to spot move-outs, too. Like, you can't really hide your movements easily. If you do, you have to take a big detour. There's a watchtower in the middle of the map, and there's basically just one path straight up across, like just where you see that probe scout. We do see MyuNgSiK with a Twilight Council after a pretty quick Mothership core.
Yeah, it looks like Hush isn't going to commit to any more sort of scouting. Going to see what he saw and just get out alive. And I believe, yeah, Hush didn't see anything of the tech, so he's not going to know what's going to be going on as we see a Stargate for him. Pretty late one at that.
Yeah, we have a really fast Twilight Council from MyuNgSiK. This is like insanely fast. Like, he skipped a Stalker Like, he just went Mothership Core into this. I think it's going to be Blink. Just really quick here. Yep, there's the Blink.
Yeah, very quick Blink. We can just definitely see a lot of aggression from this. As we even see the probe war in the middle.
Yeah.
MyuNgSiK even wins that, so great start for him, you know? Fantastic.
And, you know, Blink versus Stargate is pretty okay. You know, it's not like, you know, Blink beats Stargate or Stargate beats Blink. It's not like one of those sort of situations, but it's not like he's going to Oracle versus Phoenixes or something like that. Like, he can actually do a lot with this. Though he does have to identify this, though, and make sure he has a defense for the Oracle that's going to come across the map.
Yeah.
Well, that's really going to hurt his reinforcement power, you know, with this sort of attack.
That's exactly it. You know, like, if these Stalkers move across the map and go for aggression with the Blink, he could just lose the game because an Oracle's going to come in and do infinite damage. One thing he's got to be very careful about is usually that Twilight follow-up for Hush in this position as well.
Yeah. So, Oracle coming across now. Totally unscouted. There's a Mothership Core that we'll see it before it gets in there. Link is almost on. The Twilight counts that we see for Hush could also be for DTs, like delayed DTs, but that's why we have the safety robo. And he's got a few different options. He's going to take a Nexus, which makes me feel like it's not going to be DTs.
Yeah, but, I mean, I kind of like this for MyuNgSiK. He's got the Mothership Core in position for the Oracle. The Oracle's going to get the jump on him.
Yep. 2 kills already. Does get out, only taking 20 hit points of damage.
Not too bad. Still fully saturated, so he is fine, but the follow-up here is the Blink Stalkers. They are going to be starting their work on this Nexus, and I don't think we can actually see Hush defend this.
I don't think so either. In fact, the Stalkers are just going to ignore it for now. It's going to force a Nexus cannon to be used at home. And if he's, you know, miss micros, he might lose his Mothership Core. He needs to be really careful with that, too, because Blink versus non-Blink, you're always going to have the better trade. I don't know what else to say. I can't believe he's going to lose it for sure. I can't believe he even left it there like that. Like, what is he thinking?
A great start from MyuNgSiK. Could not have actually been better. He's going to be canceling this Nexus. He could very well get his own from this, or he might even want to try and go for the kill, considering he did get rid of that Mothership Core.
Yeah, you know, I actually think going for the kill is not a bad choice here. It's going to be, they're both going to have Blink, but he could just kind of use his Stalker count to his advantage and try to pick off probes and eventually just wear him down.
Yeah, well, I mean, no, it's still a Blink, not for a while. Photon Overcharge is going to be over long before he even gets a chance to kind of defend with Blink.
Yeah.
So I think there's a big window here from MyuNgSiK.
There's a pylon at the natural of MyuNgSiK, so he might actually, you know, end up facing some Zealot harass, but doesn't matter. Hold that thought, as he is just going to start engaging here. And he has a better Stalker count, and he has Blink. Like, this is, you know, just how this works, I'm afraid. His probes have to come off the line. He does end up pushing this back, and that pylon on the top of the ramp doesn't get canceled, so it's going to give him vision at least, but he can't easily attack up here. Here come the reinforcements, though.
This is kind of an awkward position from MyuNgSiK. He might want to get back at this point. He is trading pretty well, but Blink is now finished for Hush.
Yep, they're both, you know, starting to get very low on their Stalkers, and he actually just ends up kind of messing up that engagement.
He kind of messed it up. He definitely did. A little too aggressive there, and a very weird position.
Now he can't make a Nexus because his Nexus is blocked. Something he doesn't even know yet. Doesn't look like he's planning on taking the Nexus. That's MyuNgSiK for you. He loves to make an all-in into another all-in. Going to lose his Observer. That was a tight move right there. That was a pretty good spot.
That was a good move. And, I mean, MyuNgSiK's going to commit to this. He's going to completely commit to this. Hush, looking for the scout. Didn't see anyone just yet. But MyuNgSiK really wants to just kill at this point.
I'm worried about this because of the lack of high ground vision. So he always has to take some shots in order to go up. See, and better concave here for Hush.
I don't know about this. This is getting pretty messy. The Guardian Shield's going to help out a lot.
Guardian Shield does help out a ton. That was a smart move, but you're going into a concave and you don't have vision. Now he's got nothing at home for this Oracle, which is the other issue. And even if he uses the Nexus cannon, he's going to lose 4 more probes, and that's going to really hurt his reinforcing power. Can't make a Nexus still until he kills that pylon, which again, he still doesn't even know about. And he has no inherent advantages in this game anymore. He's starting an Immortal. That would be his first if he's able to get that out. But
yeah, sure. I mean, that's going to help out a bit. He's still catching up in probes after that harassment, and he is down 8 supply now in such a tight game. And I don't know. He really gave up his advantage, man.
I wonder what Hush is going to do next, because he could just try to counterattack.
I think he expands.
I think the expansion is a better choice, especially if he scouts the Robo, which I think, yeah, he definitely did with his Oracle. So Well, let's see. He is moving across with a probe and all those stalkers at 16 to 10. With only one immortal out, he could still win this fight. He also has mostly all of his stalkers are pretty healthy. That's something to keep in mind.
Yeah, that is definitely true. Most of them are.
Like 2 in the red.
It's going to really be on the positioning sort of side of things. If we see MyuNgSiK actually sit in the natural or even actually move out, he could just die here.
He could just die to a blink forward. Because if he blinks on top of that and then MyuNgSiK blinks the stalkers away, guess what? The immortal can't blink, so it's going to be caught out.
Yeah, he has to fight if that happens. We are seeing a forward pylon from Hush, so he is going to expand while applying pressure. MyuNgSiK's going to be the aggressor here.
Pylon cancel, loses a probe, but nothing big.
Is MyuNgSiK just going to... MyuNgSiK's simply committing to an all-in at this point. He is just gone...
He's lost his way, man. I don't know what he's even...
What's tunnel vision? There we go. Tunnel vision.
Yeah.
Complete tunnel vision here.
This is often what happens to MyuNgSiK. You see him when he's like doing a build, he doesn't change. He's like the guy who's going to still be attacking Zerg with immortals and sentries at like the 20-minute mark. It's like, well, this is eventually going to stop working, man.
Right. Well, here we go.
He's trying to engage here. He has a long distance to cover before he even gets to that Nexus, so Hush does not need to commit yet. Let him burn that sentry energy and just come back here and defend. He has a Nexus.
Going to be canceled, I think, at this point. He could try and... It's a pretty good position now for MyuNgSiK. And MyuNgSiK actually committing to the Nexus a little too long. We actually see Hush get really forward here.
Yeah, and that's way too many stalkers for Hush. Unless he has a Mothership core, he can use a Time Warp, or even a Nexus cannon. Oh, it gets picked off, though, but it tanks a little bit of damage. This is actually a pretty close fight regardless.
Very close fight.
MyuNgSiK has the better stalker count, and a few more come in, and you know what? He might actually do this. He breaks forward.
Oh, my God. Has he actually broken Hush at this point? The blinks are still so important.
Oh, my God. I think he has.
It's still very close.
It's still close. The hit points are so low on these stalkers. I wish you guys could see all of them.
Oh, my God. You guys can't see him.
Oh, my God. You guys can't even see, but this is so close.
What?
So these stalkers have, like, no health. They have, like, no health. Click on that, JKS. Control click those stalkers have, like, no health.
Just hold down Alt for just a second. You see 2 in the orange, 2 in the red, and 4 healthy ones now. The Nexus is going to go down. Advantage now to MyuNgSiK once again.
This is crazy. He kills a Nexus, but it's 27 probes at 23. Still keep that in mind. A Sentry Warp in here, but now the first Immortal on the way for Hush. This is a crazy game. I'm loving this. This is starting to look like... This is like 2013 meta PP.
Here we go. He's going to be up. He does have the advantage for just a moment. If he can stop this Robo from making the Immortal.
He needs that Immortal so bad. Probes coming off the line here for a second. Keep in mind, MyuNgSiK does not have... Most of his stalkers are very unhealthy. Oh, good force field there to block the probes from getting into the fight. And now he's going to focus on that Robo. It's so close. He does get it out. But he's only going to have one, and that's going to be it.
He cannot stick around for too long. I'm kind of getting nervous here. MyuNgSiK, do not throw this away with this advantage.
Oh, he's going to fight. The probe's tanking a little bit here. The Immortal's not able to fire, though. He hasn't even shot one time because of that force field. The Immortal cannot shoot. It's not firing here, but still, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to stick around. He needs to leave.
He has to get out of here now.
Oh, my God. This game is just so crazy. Several probes going down, and a one lone Zealot could get a lot of kills here, too. Back on the other side of things because MyuNgSiK just used a Warpin.
I maybe even use the Photon Overcharge for this, I think. The Oracle is gone. Yeah, he's going to use it. Very smartly done.
He has to. This is a great choice.
And I guess it's kind of even now at this point. We did see a lot of probe damage to Hush. He's kind of making up for it now. Some Zealot Warpins. I think this is very, very intelligent. He's going to
try to break this again. He blinks forward. A Sentry pops out. The force field goes down. Doesn't look too helpful. The Zealots are getting a lot of that damage on the Immortal. Is immediately popped here.
Not enough stalkers, man.
This is a mistake. This is a mistake. MyuNgSiK Tunnel Vision 101 here. You said it best, Moonglade.
Oh my God.
And that's going to be game. He's going to lose it. Why attack up a ramp?
I don't know, dude. I don't know, man. He could have just made his own Immortals as well. You know, he could have moved back and expanded at any point in this game. Instead, he chooses to go up a ramp and try kill. And bad decision-making from MyuNgSiK, man.
He knew the Robo was dead, which is what I think the Korean Observer is trying to show. Like, maybe he thought, well, the Robo's dead. I can kill him. But for me, I'm like, the Robo's dead, so you can make Immortals, and he can't. So why not just sit at home, make Immortals, and make a Nexus?
Dude, he definitely should have done that. He should have, after he killed the Robo, and pretended to contain Hush for some time. Just get out of there. Just make Immortals behind a Nexus and defend with Photon Overcharge when he comes at you. Like, I feel like I shouldn't know this as mostly a Zerg pro gamer. Like, it's just logic.
GG. I don't know. Maybe he just was thinking there was something else in this game. Maybe he thought he was down on probes or something because of the harass. I don't know what he was thinking, but it was not correct. That was a weird game. It was fun to watch. There's a lot of beautiful micro. Really wish you guys could have seen those red hit points on those stalkers like we could, but
I can't believe you guys couldn't see that. I'm so sorry. I was enjoying it on my observing PC.
It was really, really, really close, that fight. Insane.
Really fantastic blink micro from both players, but just a bitter defeat from MyuNgSiK. That's kind of the loss you go home and cry about, man, because that is just the decision-making kind of makes you want to pull your hair out.
Well, if you had, like, I know Prime doesn't really have much of a playing coach because Gerard has kind of retired as a StarCraft player. He even was doing pro gaming for Hearthstone for a while. But if you have like a good playing coach on their team or someone like Creator, if he's like the captain of your team to sit you down and he's like, dude, we need to have a talk about this game. Like, it's kind of like in those moments where like, what was going on? Like, are you okay? Like, what was your mental state? Because, I mean, anyone can look at this and see that the decision making was just not correct.
No, that was a rough one to swallow, man. It was exciting, but that's just a tough game, dude.
That was a really, really intense game, man.
That was insane. And MyuNgSiK had the edge twice in that game. He had the advantage twice in that game. He could have transitioned both times.
A basic rule of StarCraft is if you're on one base and your opponent's on one base and he's at the top of the ramp,